Spider-Man does a... Anyways, welcome to the show. As always, I'm DP. As you know, we are at the end of the summer season already, and besides the kids going back to school and the holidays approaching, what else does the end of the summer mean? Well, it means the end of the summer 2012 movie season. And if you've been following the box office numbers, you know that the summer season in the film industry has been incredibly busy and has been generating a lot of money. Of course, starting out with the huge mega release of The Avengers, which at the time of this shooting is the #3 movie of all time, just above 2008's The Dark Knight, and falling just under James Cameron's Titanic. But today's episode is not about the summer 2012 movie season, but as I was singing earlier, I would like to talk about a superhero today, whose song and hero-ness I love so much. Is hero-ness a word? But I love it so much I can't even remember the lyrics to the song. Now, as much as I love the Spider-Man franchise, I have to admit that I did not get a chance to see The Amazing Spider-Man, which came out during the 4th of July weekend this year. I had the chance to see it with some friends, but I just didn't get a chance. Life happened, things happened, The Dark Knight Rises came out, which I saw twice. IMAX, baby! And then when I thought of it, I'm like, oh yes, Spider-Man! The Amazing Spider-Man! And by that time, it was just way too late, because the movie is now no longer playing in any theaters nearby. So I am forced to wait to see his webness on home video. So to show Spidey that I still love him, I want to offer him this olive branch. I don't have any branches, but he understands the symbolism of the hands. So looking to make peace with Webcrawler, I'm offering to eat his cereal. It's what I must do, because you have to remember, as a cereal eater comes great responsibility. And since the movie's been out for so long, the movie's presence in theaters is actually starting to dwindle. So his cereal is very hard to find at this time. But I was able to get a hold of a box, believe it or not. I was very lucky because the person who works in this specific store said that once that cereal is out, there were only a few boxes left, it's gone. They will not be able to get it anymore. Limited editions, people! You gotta move fast. So let's get started. I don't have that power to get the cereal with my webness. Because I don't have webness! I've only been bit by like 100 spiders my entire life, and I don't have any superpowers. That's some junk right there. Hang on, let me get the cereal. So anyways, here it is, the limited edition of The Amazing Spider-Man. Is it glaring in the light? Maybe. So it just draws you in. It's Spider-Man swinging in on a web and shooting his webness at this graphic that says, "with lizard villain marshmallows." I guess it's like, I'm attacking you! And the web shooter that he has on this picture is not something that made an appearance, I think, in Sam Raimi's trilogy. But in The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, it did, which is cool. I like web shooters. They're neat. I want web shooters. So yeah, just a little subtle difference between this movie and the original trilogy. But I'm getting off topic already. Let's get started. Okay, so looking through the nutrition section, I'm already getting a little worried. Sugar is the 3rd on the list. 3rd. And it's very high in fiber. Oh yay, it's gonna be healthy! It's gonna be good for you. Then the other side of the box, we see Kellogg's as usual. Give us your feedback. And the back of the box has this maze thing where Spidey is swinging around. It's like a maze on the buildings, and it's from the start, and you end with the lizard, who is the main villain in this film. And then, of course, there's an Unscrambled the Words game. Unscramble 5 different names for Peter Parker's alter ego Spider-Man. I got them all except for the last one, which was Web Slinger. That was a hard one. And the cereal boasts that it's naturally and artificially fruit flavored. Ooh, like bubblegum. And it also says to be Spidey Berry. I've looked online, and as far as I know, I've never heard of, nor have I seen anyone own or pick from a Spidey Berry bush. I don't have one. Maybe you do. Leave a comment below. So I feel a little lied to already. So what else does it have? Well, this limited edition box of cereals says it has marshmallows. So no big, just your run-of-the-mill breakfast marshmallows. Now before we take a closer look at this, you should know that Spidey is no stranger to the breakfast table. His first cereal appearance was in 1995 when his hit animated series was aired on Saturday morning's Fox Kids. The cereal was produced by Ralston and naturally was one of the worst tasting things. Ralston, for those who don't know, is a company that used to be part of Ralston Purina, which was just Purina Mills during the last few years of the 19th century. They made animal feed during those days and now, of course, pet food. But anyways, they had been making cold cereals for like 100 years. But in 1994, split off from Purina and was just Ralston Foods. They sold all their popular cereals like Cookie Crisp and Chex to General Mills, which was a good thing. Ralston had been making awful tasting movie and television-based cereals throughout most of the 80s and part of the early 90s. All the cereal they made tasted exactly the same. So overall, that cereal wasn't so great. But fast forward to 2002 when the Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire came out and we got another Spider-Man cereal, which also boasted Spidey Berry goodness, but without marshmallows. marshmallows. It just had red, green, and white pieces. And of course, they were in the shape of webs. And then fast forward to 2005 when Spider-Man 2 came out and we got the same exact cereal. Both were produced by Kellogg's. And they tasted exactly the same. Then fast forward to 2007 when Spider-Man 3 was released and General Mills produced a cereal based on that movie, which boasted lightly sweetened, fruity flavored puffs. And I think they were just red and green. Boring. So anyways, enough with the backstory. Let's take a closer look and find out, how does it taste? Let's find out. Huh. Not many marshmallows. Now, opposed to the 2002 and 2005 cereals that were based on those films, this cereal just has red web-shaped cereal pieces, as opposed to red, green, and white. It looks like they saved all their green for the Angry Birds pig-shaped marshmallows. No, I'm just joking around. Like I said, they're supposed to be lizard-shaped, but they really look like the pigs from Angry Birds. The cereal pieces are kind of annoying because for like every 10 pieces of cereal, you might get half of a marshmallow. There's just not many. And the cereal pieces are kind of weird. They're supposed to be web-shaped, but they look more like post-waffle crisp. They look like waffles. Mini red waffles are delicious. It's like Christmas waffles. And you notice that the cereal pieces are kind of curved, which is cool. Maybe it's for good aerodynamics when throwing them at people. All right, now I gotta get the milk. I don't know why I keep forgetting I don't have powers. Hold on, I've gotta get the milk. I don't plan this, I really don't, but these healthy cereals are so bland. Now, I don't remember too much about the other movie-based cereals back in 2002, 2005, but this one is really healthy tasting. And you're going back like 10 years, this is a lot healthier than cereals that were out 10 years ago. And the lack of marshmallows makes me want to cry inside. Why do you make me cry? Now, it's very reminiscent of Frankenberry cereal. If you remember those, they're part of the Monster cereal line from General Mills. But it's just not sweet enough. But you can smell the strawberry-ness when you open the box or when you pour it in. It's not too strong or overpowering, but you can smell a little bit of it. It smells sweet, like Spidey berries. So yeah, not a huge fan. It's just another way to kind of cash in on the franchise. But you know, fruit-flavored cereals with marshmallows is usually a pretty great thing. Fruit Loops did it, and it's amazing. The Fruit Loops cereal with marshmallows is absolutely incredible, and I definitely recommend that over cereals like this. So unfortunately, I have to say that I give this 2 out of 5 Angry Birds pigs. So if you have to pick a cereal that's fruity with marshmallows, I would definitely go with Fruit Loops with marshmallows. The Amazing Spider-Man cereal is a fun idea and it's a great collector's item, but it's just not like amazing to eat. And I'm sure they'll just recycle this when the next Spider-Man movie comes out. But anyways, we're just about out of time. This review was a little longer than it should have been. So I'd like to take this time to once again apologize to Spider-Man. I'm really sorry I didn't see your movie. I promised to see it when it comes on home video. And I'm sorry your cereal's not so good. At least your video games are good. They got a much better treatment than Superman did. Oh, Superman 64! Ah! So I am sorry, Spidey. I tried to love your cereal. I really did, but it really does taste like the box that it came in. Well, Internet, I want to thank you so much for joining me with all this random fun. And if you enjoyed this, as I hope you did, please make sure you subscribe. Also, you can find me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter so you know when all the newest and latest videos are released and you keep up with all the production-ness that's going on. Don't forget to like this video and pass it along to your friendskis, because you never know when someone's gonna come up and ask you, hey, if I take Spidey berries and make it into a cereal, will that be good? And then you can respond with, no, Spidey berries cereal is not such a great idea. A little blah, some guy online told me that, especially when the cereal is boasting it's got marshmallows and it's barely got any. This cereal sucks. I got a handful of Spider-Man cereal and there's like 1 marshmallow in this handful. This is ridiculous. Lucky Charms would never get away with this. All right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna shoot over to Walmart and see if they got any Spidey berry bushes so I can plant one in my garden. And I can grow my own Spidey berry bushes. And then you all could be jealous. My garden is superhero-ish, if that's a word. And it's probably not. Man, by the end of all this, you guys are gonna be adding ishes and ings and all kinds of letters to your words, which is cool. I wanna thank you for taking the time to spend with your neighborhood-friendly random guy. So yeah, I will see you all next time. You can go now.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out!